Hey Star Fam, thanks for tuning in. We're here again today for another quick energy check-in using the Atro Tarot deck. Okay, and then finishing off with an inspiring quote from the You've Got This deck. Okay, so getting right into it. I do hope you're all keeping well. This is just going to be a quick energy check-in to see if we can get a bit of a snapshot to see what the energies are like around my Star Fam. It's a general reading, so it might not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, not to worry. I've got plenty of other readings posted on my channel. Feel free to have a look through. I'm sure you'll find something that will resonate with your situation, okay? Alright, so let's see what is going on with my Star Fam. What are the energies? Okay, so first couple of cards we have out are the Two of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so the Two of Swords indicates some kind of indecision or usually a feeling like you don't have enough information in order to make a decision. So you might be in an information finding stage. And then the Seven of Wands is about being a little bit defensive. As you can see, this person, they have succeeded to the point where they're now at the top of the hill, so to speak, right? And they are in a defensive pose against these 6 wands beneath them. So this could be you having to defend a position, or you're having to make a choice, but you've got maybe quite a few people hounding you to make said decision, and so you're trying to fend them all off while you decide. Feels like you're being chased for a decision, or you're trying to hold off on making a decision until you have a little bit more information as to exactly what is going on. Let's see if we can get a bit more info. All right, the Devil. Okay, could be dealing with a Capricorn, though not necessarily. When the Devil comes out, it's usually about habits. This could be temptation. Again, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. This could be like laziness. This is a card about vices usually. Restriction. This could represent a person in your life. Feeling restricted. Let's see if we can get a little bit more info on this Devil. Looks like you might be tempted to make a decision. Might be this Devil person that is actually hounding you for a decision, and that you're trying to kind of fend them off for a little bit until you have a little bit more info. You could be feeling a bit pressured to make a decision. Okay, then we've got the Three of Cups. Okay, so this is a card about celebration. As you can see, we've got these 3 people partying, celebrating, having a good time, toasting. But I'm a little bit concerned with it coming up next to the Devil, because again, the Devil being about vices, this could be about somebody who's partying a little bit too hard lately. Could be somebody is, drinking a little bit more excessively than usual. I might be feeling a little bit defensive about their habits. Let's see if we can get a little bit more info on this. Maybe you're trying to think about whether or not you should speak to somebody about their habits. Maybe people are speaking to you about your habits, guys, taking it as it resonates. Next card we got out is the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but this is also a knight who is basically guaranteed success because they move so slow. You know, this is somebody who's very thorough, goes through all the fine print, dots all their I's, crosses all their T's, someone who takes their time to make sure everything's done right. You know, this is a very much the slow and steady wins the race kind of person. Again, this is kind of, with this energy, I feel like it's kind of gathering more information, slowly trying to gather more information before making some kind of a decision. About somebody's partying habits. Let's see if we can get a little bit more info on this, you guys. 8 of Cups. So walking away. Right, so the 8 of Cups comes up when you're in a situation that's not necessarily too bad per se. Because again, you got these 8 cups. They're all lined up nicely in a row here, but they're empty. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, okay, the situation's okay, you know, but it's not fantastic. It's not great, you know? It's not the 9 of Cups. It's not the 10 of Cups. And that's what this person is moving towards. They're moving towards their ultimate happiness. They're after that 9 and that 10 of Cups, you know? That ultimate happily ever after. That ultimate emotional fulfillment. I'm also kind of getting a feeling of maybe escapism through the drink. You know what I mean? Somebody might be partying hard in order to escape a situation. You know? As well as it could be somebody just deciding not to face the reality, so they're walking away from it. See if we can get a little bit more info on this, you guys. Sorry. Exactly what is going on? Could you tell me a little bit more about this spread, please? Could be that you've had people leave your life, or you've had to leave other people's lives. You know, especially if you feel like they have been ganging up on you. You know what I mean? And so now you're trying to walk away from all of that. Take it as it resonates, because for some of you, there might have been some kind of intervention, you know? Or you could know that deep down inside, you could know that you're having some kind of issues, or somebody in your life is having some kind of issues, and it could be that they don't want to face the issues that they're having. So they're trying to, like, they're kind of in denial and walking away from this. You know what I mean? But I also kind of feel like for some of you as well, it's like you're seeing this person and you're realizing that they're just being too defensive. They don't want to see what's going on. You know, they don't want to recognize that they have this habit. And so they're just kind of slowly distancing themselves from either you or your friend group or your family or whoever it is that's, you know, trying to talk to them. You know, bottom of the deck again, we've got the Page of Cups, right? And the Page of Cups, somebody who is, you know, quite young, or at least they're presenting as young. The pages are the youngest members of the court cards. You know what I mean? So this could be somebody's behaving immaturely, you know. And again, this is a Page of Cups. So somebody could be being really immature with their drinking, so to speak, being immature with their partying. Just, you know what I mean? Just acting like basically kids. You know what I mean? But the Page of Cups is also about friendship as well too, and pages could be conversations. So again, this could be somebody maybe had a conversation with you about your habits, or you've had to have a conversation with somebody about their habits, but you're approaching them as a friend. You know what I mean? Because again, Page of Cups, that's about friendship, right? So I see you definitely approaching them, or them approaching you, taking it as it resonates, okay, of whoever side this is. But, you know, somebody has been approached as a friend in order to discuss, you know, this habit that seems to be getting out of control, too much partying, what have you. But somebody is feeling very defensive about the whole situation. You know what I mean? They might be feeling like everybody's ganging up on them, especially if it isn't just you who's had to approach them. You know what I mean? With the Seven of Wands here, it looks as if they've definitely had more than one person try to approach them. You know what I mean? And so they're feeling really defensive about it, maybe feeling like maybe they should just remove themselves from the situation, from their family, from you guys or friends, right? In order to get away from this. Because again, I feel like they don't see it. I'm getting the feeling of some kind of denial, you know? But it's kind of like, on the one hand, it's like they know that their drinking, their habits, their partying is kind of getting a little bit out of control. And maybe they are being a little bit immature about it. But on the other hand, it's like part of them is still in denial. You know what I mean? Hmm. 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 Let's see if we can get a little bit more information on this. Oh, what more can you tell me about this situation? There could have been a third party situation as well, too, with the Devil and the Three of Cups here. You know? Let's see if we can get a bit more information on this. Yeah, I mean, for some of you, not all of you, for some of you, there could have been a third party situation, or this person, you know, they go out and they party and they meet other people and they, you know, hook up, fool around, you know, and they're slowly starting to realize that this isn't going to work out well for them. The Knight of Cups, yeah, you see, this is supposed to be the knight in shining armor. This is Mr. Romantic. You know, come with that, you know, that offer of a cup of love. You know what I mean? So, again, we had the Page of Cups turn out, and now we've got the Knight of Cups, right? So I'm definitely seeing that there is still friendship around. You still have friends around you, or this other person, taking it as it resonates, still has friends. But again, as I mentioned before, you know, it could have been a situation where this person was getting involved with multiple people and just not only partying with like alcohol, but partying with like, you know, different bed friends, bedroom buddies, so to speak. You know, although that's, to be fair, usually more of a Knight of Wands kind of energy. But still, you know, I'm seeing a lot of cups coming up. You know, we did have the Page before, and now we've got the Knight again, the Knight turning up as well, right? So, there could have been lots of partying, lots of sleeping around. Guys. And then the Star. Okay, so the Star is about healing, hope, wishes, dreams. Could also be about finding a new direction as well, because we use the stars to navigate. But it's about healing. And again, here we go. The two of them, the Knight of Cups and the Star. This is like an offer for love, friendship, and healing. You know what I mean? So there's definitely still friends. You still have allies, people who care about you around. And who want to help to heal. Again, taking it as it resonates, because this could be you offering your cup to somebody. Do you know what I mean? Could be dealing with an Aquarius, although again, not necessarily. But I'm definitely feeling like you want peace, you know? You want there to be some kind of healing of your relationship, your friendship, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Because this is like an olive branch being presented. And I feel like it's a peace offering. is how this is feeling to me, you know? See if we can get a little bit more info on this, you guys. All right. Page of Pentacles. So another page come out. Pentacles, this is usually, you know, a small offer. Because again, pages being the youngest member of the court cards. Again, we've got the page under the Knight as well too. So it could be dealing with earth sign. Again, Capricorn is an earth sign, although again, not necessarily. But this feels like a small offer. Look, you've got another small offering, but this is something that is valuable, tangible. A small offering of something of value. You know what I mean? Because again, remember, the Page of Cups also came out. That's a friendship offering. And then you got the Knight of Cups come out again. And then, you know, the Page of Pentacles. So you're getting, you know, some tangible offer of value, you know? It could be something about the healing process as well. This could be in like some financial aid, but like a little bit of financial aid. Let's see if we can get one more card just to... Oh, okay. So the 8 of Swords flipped out. So yeah, that is a feel... So, sorry guys, just making sure nothing else flipped over. So that is a sense of feeling stuck. But that's kind of being like a self-imposed feeling of being stuck. It's all in your head. You're not really stuck. As you can see, this person that could easily wiggle out of their ropes and untie themselves, untie their eyes, and realize that they're not actually as stuck as they think they are. But again, with the Suit of Swords, that is about thoughts, ideas, conversations. So again, just feeling like you're stuck in place. You know what I mean? And again, the Devil being about feeling restricted. You know, that can also be being stuck, being held back, being restricted. And that could be because of your habits, could be because of your thought process. You know what I mean? I'm wondering how much of this is actually a matter of mind over matter. You know what I mean? Because with the 8 of Swords here, and we look at the 7 of Wands here, with the 7 of Wands, you could see that this person, they're fighting off 6 other wands. And we, as the reader and, you know, the viewer of the art, you know, we are kind of filling in the blanks that there are 6 other people at the other end of these wands. But the picture doesn't actually depict these 6 other people. So again, this could be something where it's like, again, all in your mind, where you feel like you've got people up against you, working against you, and you feel like you've got people trying to restrict you, trying to restrict your fun, you know, but in actuality, you know, that's in your mind. You know, no one is against you. You know, I kind of get the feeling that people around you are trying to help. You know, they're your friends. You know, they're coming in with that cup of love, that cup of friendship, that cup of healing, you know, and they want to see you heal and get better, you know. But I mean, as is the case usually with a lot of these things, we tend to feel like, you know, people tend to feel like they're being backed into a corner or being ganged up on. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, those kinds of interventions are never really fun for anybody, nor are they easy. You know what I mean? So it's easy for people to feel like they're being ganged up on. Or even if you don't actually have like a full-on intervention where it's a group of you, you know what I mean? And you're actually finally just you know, speaking with this person all together at once and just kind of addressing the situation. I feel like if you haven't done like an actual proper group intervention, this person has heard from a lot of friends like over time. You know what I mean? So even if you all didn't do it at once, it's like they would, for example, call up you and be like, "Oh, did you want to go out and party tonight?" And you're like, I don't know about that. We've been partying a little bit too much, man, and we're all starting to get a little bit worried about you. And this person's like, "Oh, man, don't worry about me. I'll be fine." You know what I mean? And they're still a little bit in denial, but you're like, "Oh, no, man, not for me." And so they're like, "All right." So they call another friend. They're like, "Hey, you want to go out and party with me?" And the other friend's like, "Nah, I don't know." But, and then they eventually hear some kind of similar version of what you just heard, of what they just heard from you. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't know, man, but you've been partying a lot lately. Maybe you should, like, chill a little bit and give your liver a rest, And they're like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? And I kind of get the feeling that that kind of situation might have happened to them over and over and over again. So even if you didn't sit down and have like an actual group intervention, they they eventually heard it from each and every one of you at some point. You know what I mean? And I kind of get that sense, And again, we've got these two eights, one on top of each other. Right? And like, I feel like help is there. You got the Knight of Pentacles right next to this eight, right next to this person walking away. So it could be like this Knight of Pentacles was trying to provide some kind of help, but this person just walked away from, and then again, we've got the Page, so it's like almost like this Knight was like, okay, well, maybe I came on a little bit too strong. You know what I mean? Maybe I need to come again, but, smaller steps, instead of just, how can I put it? Instead of like just kind of like coming down really hard on this person all at once, you decide to go kind of a baby step route, so instead of being like, oh, you really shouldn't do that. This isn't good for you, da 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 da, and trying to, list off all the health benefits to quitting or da 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 da, what have you. It's like you realize that direct way isn't really helping, so you have to find like I don't want to say sneaky, but like a different way of trying to approach them. You know what I mean? Like, instead of coming as a knight, you're trying to come as like a page so that you're not as intimidating. You know what I mean? You don't want to scare them away or intimidate them or make them feel like they're being cornered. But I kind of get the feeling that they still are. But I mean, again, guys, that's the nature of addiction sometimes, many times actually. It's just, especially if somebody's in denial. You know what I mean? It's not always easy. This person really has to recognize the situation for themselves and then change their own minds. You know what I mean? But I get the feeling that it's going to happen sooner rather than later, because eventually this person is just going to feel stuck with where they are. Either they're going to realize that they have basically, they've basically walked away from the friends, family, everybody who cared about them, and now they're in a situation where they're finding themselves alone and feeling stuck, And I kind of get the feeling like this person is going to find themselves in that situation where they are kind of like, yeah, where they've basically like alienated themselves from everybody and now they're feeling stuck. You know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be that way. Again, it doesn't have to be that way, because here, like I mentioned, the friendship is here. The offer for help is here. You know what I mean? And this, again, this is like tangible, valuable, real life, practical help, But I get the feeling that this person they're too far in denial at the moment, to see it. to see that they need this help. But the help is here. The help is absolutely here if they need it. You know what I mean? I feel like they're just probably getting too caught up right now in like the excitement, the partying, the new relationships, you know, what can I say, the sex, drugs, rock and roll, basically. You know what I mean? I mean, especially after like a year and a half or however long it's been of being in lockdown. You know what I mean? I can understand people being set free and then just going absolutely crazy with the celebrations. But, you know, it's just, I kind of feel like they're just taking it a little bit too far in the other direction. You know what I mean? See what's at the world card. So that's like the end of a cycle. You know, the end of a cycle and beginning of another one. So yeah, I mean, this could be just because, again, they're just gone crazy because of the newfound freedom. Now that the end of the lockdown cycle, we've reached, hopefully, for the last time. You know what I mean? And again, this could also be a card about travel. But again, this feels like the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one to me. I'm more getting the cyclical nature of this. Could be dealing with a fixed sign because we've got all the 4 fixed signs here. We've got Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. Although again, not necessarily. But yeah, this is an ending out of a cycle. I mean, this is a good thing, especially if they've been going through a cycle of addiction. You know what I mean? So this is a good thing. I'm kind of glad that this came up because, again, I get the feeling that this person eventually is going to, again, as I said, they're going to eventually walk away from everybody who kind of cares about them, and they're going to find themselves stuck in a situation. And I feel like this, once they hit, I don't want to say rock bottom because I don't feel like they're actually going to, like, I don't feel like it's going to be like that bad for the majority of you. For some of you it might get that way, in which case I do apologize, but I don't feel like it's going to get that bad. I feel like once they realize that they are alone and they have found that they have alienated everybody, you know, I feel like that is going to be the turning point. You know what I mean? Because eventually they're going to get to a point where everyone who they try to call on to come out and, you know, party and have a good time with them, they're not going to have anybody to party with, you know? And I kind of feel like that is going to be like the first step in, you know, the realization that maybe they do have an issue and that maybe they need to kind of curb that cycle. You know what I mean? But again, with the World card, I'm quite happy that it came out because, again, that is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, all right? So don't give up on this person. If you are this person, I do apologize, but, you know, maybe think again, think twice, really think about what your friends are saying, you know? And just know that your friends are trying to look out for you. You know what I mean? They're trying to look out for you. And they do want to party and have fun. Don't get me wrong. Just not to the detriment of, you know, your livers. Or your septums. Or whatever your poison of choice is. You know what I mean? Because again, they're your friends and they care about you, alright? They do care about you. Or vice versa. I know I can feel that you definitely care about them. But just a little bit unsure as to what to do. You know? I mean, in these situations, guys, the best thing that you can do is just kind of be there for them and hope that they are able to find their way out of the situation before it escalates to something really detrimental, you know? But again, for the majority of you, I don't see it getting that bad, you know? As long as you guys, I don't want to say enable, but just like, just help keep them on the straight and narrow, as in by being good influences. You know what I mean? So it's like if this person calls because they want to celebrate and party, be like, yeah, okay, cool, I'll come out with you, but we're not going to, drink tonight, or you know what I mean? Or meet up and do something that doesn't have to do with drinking or whatever vice it is, that doesn't have to do with party, and do something different with them. You know what I mean? Just to keep them away, distract them away from their vices. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff really does help, even just to know that they still have people around who care about them. You know what I mean? So they don't feel so isolated and then really jump off the deep end. Because again, I'm seeing with the world an end to this cycle, all right? So I do feel like before the end comes, they are going to kind of get their heads screwed back on right, okay? Just be patient. Just be patient, all right? All right, guys, let's see if we could get any words of wisdom, words of advice, words of encouragement from a Star Fam with regards to this spread. And we've had a few pop. Time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. Talk about partying. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having fun and having a good time. You know what I mean? As long as you're enjoying yourself, enjoying yourselves, and as long as it's not too much of a detriment. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely. Everybody needs to party, let down their hair every once in a while. But that's the key, is just, moderation, guys. Right. The power of imagination makes us infinite. Because if you can imagine yourselves being successful, that's the first step to being successful, is to actually having the vision in your mind. All right. And diamonds are coal who handled pressure well. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. And just because your friend or whoever is going through this might be appearing as a lump of coal right now, you know what I mean? They will come out the other end much better, in the sense that they've at least learned some valuable lessons. And, the best way to learn is through pressure and through hardship, what's that saying is, you don't make a skilled sailor from only sailing on calm waters. I am butchering that saying. Was it calm waters don't make a skilled sailor? I think that's it. Yeah. Calm waters don't make a skilled sailor, And obviously, because if things are always easy, there's no challenge. And it's when you face challenges and defeat them, that's how you get better. So again, I don't feel like this is like going to be a massive life-ruining situation, at least for the majority of you, as far as this person's habits. You know what I mean? But it's definitely a slippery slope, But again, I don't feel like it's going to be really terrible, as long as you guys, as their friends, stay true, and just be patient with them while they're going through this. Again, guys, it could be just a sense of, again, just that newfound freedom after being in lockdown for such a long time, and just wanting to just finally just let loose and go crazy, I feel like for many of you, that is what this case is. But again, you know what I mean? Again, it's a slippery slope, and it is quite easy for it to start out that way, only for them to get hooked, and then it becomes something bigger. But for the most part, just keep an eye on the situation. You know what I mean? And just continue to be there, as a source of friendship, as a source of support, and as like maybe the voice of reason here, because you got, again, 2 pentacles, and pentacles or earth signs is very down to earth, practical, you know what I mean? And just really stay true, and stay honest and keep them honest as well too, right? Make sure they're being honest with themselves. All right, you guys. I'm going to leave this here for now. I hope this helped. I'm sorry if it resonated. I'm sorry that you or your friend or whoever is going through all of this. But again, I'm sure it's going to work out well because, again, we got the World card come out, and that is the end of cycles. All right? So, you know, I do see, as long as you, again, stick around, don't abandon them, you know, try not to walk away from them. You know what I mean? Let them know that you're still here, you're still their friend, and you just want what's best for them. You know what I mean? And I'm sure eventually they'll get it through their heads, and they'll, you know, be able to rectify the situation accordingly. Okay, you guys? Okay, so I hope this helped. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought a little bit of clarity to your situation. If you enjoyed this spread, please be sure to like and subscribe so you can join the Soul Tribe. And as always, wishing you guys a copacetic Earth experience.